Hello. We're back. Hopefully everything is working. Looks like sound should be coming through. Looks like we should be good there. Alrighty. We are continuing more Phoenix Wright Eighth Attorney. So, make sure I have the game selected. I need to turn it down in my ears some though, I think so. There we go. Continue. Episode 3. Still day 3 trial. Okay. Alright. I'm trying to think. What all happened last time? Let's see. Guard lady got off. We just needed her as an excuse to buy time. Caught the kid. The kid seems to have seen what happened to some extent. I'm hoping he took a picture, but we don't know that yet, I don't think. And yeah, I think we were worried that our defendant might actually be guilty. So I think that's what happened. I think. Now I have to try and remember voices again that I did for everybody. Mike and Hello's here. Okay. Mr. Wright? Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh. She looks even unhappier. Phoenix, your client's now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going to get into this trial, utterly defenseless. Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy. Okay. So yeah, just... Oh man! Why am I yawning already? We're just looking for holes. Looking for holes and discrepancies. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if I'll be able to, if it'll be that producer. Oh man, what a name. The prosecution. Still feel bad for this guy. The prosecution calls Mr. Sal Manila to the stand. Or that director. Are you coming up, Yoda? Can you come hang out? Can't make up his mind. Will the witness state his name and profession? How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make Steel Samurai, noob. Raffle. Sal Manila, I'm a director, television. Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. Yes, bud. Mom's lap is ready if you want to come here. Alright, the day of the murder. I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing, an action scene run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear everyone else ate lunch at the employee area. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. We saw the remnants of lunch outside of the trailer, though. The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were at a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, the cat's not coming up? Question mark. I mean, we can press everything, right? Oops, wrong thing.
Hold it!
Is that when you always come to work? Oh, no. I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way. Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry. Still, for what it's worth, I was pretty busy all that day. I'm glad I remembered for what it's worth, because when I saw that at first, my brain was like, what does that stand for? Oh, right. Tell us more about that. Okay, he's doing an action scene run through. In the employee area? That's right. There was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. Was anyone else at the run-through? I just now thought about the fact that it's called a run-through and he was run through with the spear. Anyways. Oh yeah, that security lady was there watching the whole thing, lol. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just us 4. Oh yeah, it's Sal. Manila. Sal Manila. Yeah, it's a wonderful name. If only I had that name. Kidding. Nope, just us 4. Okay. Longer than I thought it would. Why did it go on so long? Probably the broken spear, huh? I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this, but WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see? Oh, right, thus the limp. Which of course led to me missing my lunch. ROFS? What's ROFS? What does that stand for? What does that one stand for? Looks like he would have a lisp and snort while talking. It's true. Give him a list pretty easy. I don't know. He just seems like he'd be obnoxious. Roll on floor snorting. I have not heard that one. All right. Well, there you go. He would snort. Oh, here we go. Starving. Ha! He didn't know either. He makes me feel better. He doesn't question the other ones, but the one I question, he questions. Thank you. Thank you, Wright. Alright. Everybody else ate lunch in the employee. What exactly did they have for lunch? T-bone steak. The assistant cooks them up. Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them? There was food outside the trailer. So in the end, you didn't get to eat? Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? That must have been tough. Phoenix. Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manila. What did you want? When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? No, good call. Sweats. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat after all. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I'd suspect this much. So when exactly did you eat it? We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then. Drool. He's so creepy. A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. What were you discussing? Steel Samurai's story and our budget. Get this, sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manila, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can't you believe it? Actually, I kind of can. So nobody left the table during the whole meeting? You didn't take a single break? Well, yeah, not a one. Sweats. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Wait a second. Mr. Manila, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break? Oops, Raffle. Well? Mr. Manila, what's this all about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manila, your testimony, please. Uh-oh. Edgeworth is laughing. The break. Yeah, for what it's worth, we took a break, Raffle. But it was only 15 minutes. 15! That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1, lol. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me. Steams. I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. This depends on how you're eating it. If you're cutting it and eating it, then yeah, that cutting it up takes a while. Of course, you could cut off a piece and then eat it and then quickly start cutting more while you're chewing the first piece. I'm eating a double burger in 15 minutes. It's not fun, though. Just cuz. What time exactly did you take this break? I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45. 2:30? That's the time of the death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible, time-wise. Just had those new chicken wraps from Jack in the Box. It's aight. They have boba, but it's like $5. I mean, that's more expensive boba. I forgot that some fast food places are starting to do boba. That makes me curious. As you can see, I have the huge. Not large, it's like a small. I think our boba place charges. I mean, it's not quite $5 for their small, but I'd be curious whether they do boba justice. That's the only reason I'd be curious to try. Only 15 minutes. What were you doing for those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak. What else? There were 2 plates on that table. Oh, right. The other one was Diva's. Sorry, Divasquez. Plate. Rops. Divasquez, the producer. Eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes. That's quite a feat. His face there is so creepy.
Hold it!
Why is that?
Objection!
Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1. Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1? I claim aloud as an option. That's a 2. There's that. But that blocked the path. I have to go. The dentist is tomorrow. Tuesday is ladies class that I have. Dentist second time dentist this week is tomorrow anyways. Yeah. Tomorrow's when they'll prep to fix my tooth. The problem is the Mr. Monkey's head. Because Mr. Monkey's head says it blocked the path to the scene of the crime between 2:15 and 4. So that would kind of contradict if we say that someone from the trailer managed to do it. But it's also pretty convenient timing for them to have... I mean, I think the answer is no. So I can still try and see your tooth. Wow. I'm just gonna talk like this from now on, and then you'll never see it. See? That's the voice I should do for the detective. Brain power. The problem is that. Hey, King Aragorn, how's it going? 3-stream streak. Woot! Thanks for sharing. I don't want to write off so many possible suspects. Can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio in that time. Haha! I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again, but I see you had at least an inkling of the truth. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer, trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. What? He said Mrs. The fallen Mrs. Monkeyhead barred the way. Mr. Monkeyhead to you. At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio mascot's head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. I mean, I'm sure someone could technically have found their way through, but whatever. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manila from the stand. But I want to question him further. What? It's over? The dragon helmet yet for Guild Wars 2? No, I haven't. I needed to shoot off some more fireworks. And maybe one other thing? I don't remember. I've got, all week though. Although, I bought the envelopes after reset last night, so I'm good until after 5 tonight. Okay. Then I'll buy more envelopes. Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have a decisive evidence. A witness. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. I gotta be a kid. Order! I will have order! I see. The court will now take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess. Recess time! What do we do now, Mia? Everyone in that trailer has an alibi. I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia? Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before. Not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is. Is that them essentially trying to encourage you to push it, then see if you actually remember that no one could have? What's gonna happen to me? Kinda seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us, and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all. Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. Sometimes I do wish they had a little more variety to the music. Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern, as our witness is a grade schooler of tender years and this is a murder case. We worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edward taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Hey, Cody and I are friends, thank you very much. He barely peers ahead above. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on? Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. A donut crate? I like how he's got his camera peering over. Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness.
What? Just 'cause you're all grown up don't mean you can push me around. Oof.
Cody, answer his question, okay?
Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade.
I I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness. Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present, you were at Global Studios on the day of the, incident.
You got a problem with that?
Please tell us what you saw that day.
What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Grams with the beard over there?
Just Mr. Edgeworth, I prefer bearded gentlemen, something. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid and you lost?
Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but I bring it with me wherever I go.
Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You better make a note of it in the court record. Cody's camera added to the court record. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident.
I wanted to see the Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet, and I went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way, though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked right before my eyes. Out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home.
So you're saying that happened outside the studio then? Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle. Remember you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. Okay. He says just once, but I thought the old lady made it sound like he'd been there multiple times. You really like the Steel Samurai, huh?
Of course I do. I've taped every show. And I go to all the live performances.
That's impressive. Have you been to the amusement park?
Of course, duh. My dad always takes me.
Poor, poor dad. Probably don't need to poke holes at that. Off the path.
Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley there? If you go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was.
I see.
Anyhow.
Did nothing unusual happen on your way to the studio?
Unusual?
Did you see this monkey by any chance?
Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted.
So you went straight to the studio? Kinda lost. You got lost in the woods?
Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, was I relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next?
Okay. The Steel Samurai?
Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. It looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside.
I see. What then? Okay, bad guy. What sort of bad guy was it?
A guy, a person, kind of tall, skinny.
Are you sure it was a guy?
I don't know. He was kind of far away.
Huh, he's being awfully vague.
Hold it!
What happened to the bad guy?
Huh? Well, he kind of didn't move. Not a bit. Like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor.
Yes, I suppose he was. Where's the camera? If you had your camera? You mean you weren't carrying your camera then?
No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time.
I thought he said he did. Really? I guess seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home. Phoenix, remember, he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm. Easy for you to say. Is that all there was? I mean, the only thing I didn't poke at earlier was finding the map on the internet. Kids. Was that day the first time you'd been to the studio?
Actually, I've been a couple of times.
There we go.
I never managed to get there on a rehearsal day. And that security lady's always yelling.
Right. Please continue.
Chill, Pops, I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk with you cutting me off all the time?
What to poke at? Can we present it to point out that he said he always carries it?
Objection!
Cody, what you said just now seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that.
Huh?
Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh, was I putting pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. Man, this game is old, huh? How do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you?
Objection!
Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody?
What?
Yeah, so I had my camera.
So what? You got a problem with that?
So you did have a camera. And did you use this camera?
What? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching.
Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. What I saw. Yeah, pulling teeth out of them. Just kidding. Pulling his teeth. Talk about it all.
Yeah, I had my camera with me. But I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. The Steel Samurai rules.
It's not true. It's not true. Ah, is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay.
Hold it!
So, why didn't you use it?
Objection!
He's getting to that. Relax and listen.
I didn't use it because I was too busy watching the real thing.
Hold it!
So you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight?
Yeah, of course.
You didn't turn away, not even once?
No.
Okay, then tell us exactly what happened.
Yeah, I'm getting to that.
Goes for the bad guy, wham.
Hold it!
So the bad guy attacked him first?
Yeah.
What sort of person was this bad guy?
I told you, a person. He was a person.
How was he dressed?
I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai.
I see. And what happened next? Then the bad guy stopped moving, so strong samurai moves. Okay.
Objection!
Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradicting. It's not exactly what I was trying to say, but... Objection overruled. Good. But... Just like the bad guy, of course. But the problem is it says contains photos of every victory scene in every battle the Steel Samurai has won. So why wouldn't he have a picture? Something about his account doesn't seem right. Phoenix. It doesn't seem right because he's being deliberately vague. Press him on the facts, Phoenix. Find out what he saw. Thought I had. If his eyes are glued to the action, maybe not. We already covered that, right? Now we covered that. Did I do that one? Yeah. That guy attacked him first, yeah. A person. Doesn't remember, he claims. Did I press that? Why?
Huh? What do you mean, why?
Why wasn't the bad guy moving?
Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice.
And how exactly did he do that?
How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap, something like that.
He's still being vague about this.
What? Don't give me that look, Pops.
How should I play this?
I don't know.
Wait and see what happens. If I press too hard, the judge will keep me from continuing. I'll sit back and see how the rest of this goes. Wait. Then why are we back here? I should have chosen to press him harder then? What did you do after the bad guy fell, Cody?
Actually, the fight was so intense that I got kind of scared. So I went straight home.
Something isn't adding up here. Something about his account doesn't seem right. Phoenix. Doesn't seem right because he's being deliberately vague. Press him on the facts, Phoenix. Find out what he saw. What did I not press? I pressed that. I pressed that. I pressed that. I pressed that. And I pressed that. What in my brain? Brain is shut down. Did I just present on the wrong part? I don't think so. Brain. Blarg. That's not what I meant to do. That's the wrong button. Actually, maybe this is the right one. Press them harder. There we go. Cody.
What?
Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action.
Yeah? So what?
Yet you missed the most important part.
Objection!
What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly.
Objection!
You know as well as I do that he is being vague. Tell me what kind of a murderer uses a samurai slap. My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurais fight. But you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Wow. Face palming at me. I couldn't remember which part it gave me the prompt, so I didn't know how to get back to it. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? That's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. You can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? It's not a face palm? I can't even see. Oh, it's the like... Okay. He couldn't watch it. He was watching something else. Or show evidence. Helpful, but I thought I'd look just in case. Nope, not helpful. What did he say about the monkey head? It was still on when you saw it, right? So did it fall off? Did he he get distracted from the fight, from the monkey head falling? What's weird to me, though, is he couldn't get in the studio, but the murder happened in the studio. So all this fighting seems to have happened outside or something, or he was at the gate looking in? Is it a gate you could see through? He is watching something else. He missed the climax of the fight because he was looking at something else. Probably. Probably. Something else? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. What could possibly distract this boy from seeing his idol, the Steel Samurai, fight? What do you claim he was looking at? Oof. Come on, think of something. Think of something. Nothing. What do you mean, nothing? Mr. Wright, please refrain from making baseless claims. Yes, sorry, Your Honor. What? I've ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he be watching the climax of the fight? I have evidence. Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight?
Take that!
Here's my proof. Proof? I maybe went out a stretch here. Can I do that again? This is the proof. Why not? Lost your nerve, have you? Very well, I ask you the question. Fine. He couldn't watch it. I don't know. Because he couldn't watch it, how could he calmly watch a murder taking place at his age?
Objection!
Just a moment, please. One thing has become quite clear in this boy's testimony. He did not believe he was witnessing a murder. He was watching the Steel Samurai fight, like on TV. The more real the fight, the more he would have watched. Yeah, too much brain power. I have to agree with Mr. Edgeworth. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have another explanation? We've ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Okay, fine. I don't know! My brain. Here's my proof. Proof. Man, what my brain is, oh, it hasn't accepted either of those, so I have to show evidence. Is it because he was trying to figure out the camera? Is it because he was limping?
Take that!
Okay, it's accepting that one, maybe. Here's my proof. What's that? The camera? The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. Okay, it was that route. I'm aware of that too. Ah! Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture.
Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids?
Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. I tried to prove that with the scrapbook, but they were like, no. Whatever. They didn't understand my thinking. Didn't let me explain myself. Rude. Ugh. Cody? There was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight. No, my thinking wasn't wrong. Look. How is it wrong to explain that he's trying to take a picture of the fight when it says contains photos of every victory scene and every battle the Steel Samurai has won. That obviously means that he would be trying to take a picture. And that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Me and me's business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well. I like how wide the judge's eyes get. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera and about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. No photo? Doing the voice I've been doing for him kind of bothers my throat.
Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain, so I held up my camera to take a picture, but the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep.
Yeah, right. Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. Okay. It also says escaped from the clutches. So you did see the beginning of the fight.
Yeah.
Did you not notice anything unusual?
Well, I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange.
Moving strangely? Limping? I'll camera to take a picture. The lens wouldn't open, so I missed it. I guess I'll just press on all of them just in case. Why couldn't you take a picture?
My new camera has too many buttons. I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture. I really tried.
When the lens opened, what did you see?
Well, a person on the ground and the Steel Samurai.
That's all that happened. Yep. That's all?
Yeah! I told you! I didn't take a picture.
I would have once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's got to be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture.
Hey!
Bullseye?
How did you know?
I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers.
Wow.
This feels great.
Yeah, I took a picture.
Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody.
I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them.
You erased them?
Yeah.
Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victorious?
Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that?
He's becoming less and less cooperative. I better find a clear contradiction soon or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about. Okay. Gotta go back through all this. Open, took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased him. But why would you do that? I feel like it's either the camera or the notebook. But surely it wouldn't be that, because it's every victory. Cody!
What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad.
I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day.
Huh?
Oh, right. What was it you told me then?
I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got 'em all. I've never missed one. A perfect collection.
Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Ah! Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called The Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order. Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait, no way. Phoenix? I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually? Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Alright. Just for the sake of, anyone who has to deal with ads not missing it. We have an ad break about to start. So I'm going to take a break, give my throat a moment as well to relax. And then we're going to come back and find out what the truth is. So I will see you guys. Oh, do I even have them? I don't have the mini game up. Oh no. But I will see you guys after the ad. Okay, we're back. I don't know if my throat's that rested, but tried to drink some more tea and hopefully my throat will keep up with me. Alrighty. Back to the game. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? The Steel Samurai didn't win. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way! No! It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever! Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Order! I will have order. Witness, Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. So much for being gentle. Cody, that day, you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Wow, okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. Wow! Order! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? If you understand what's really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? The jackhammer was the Steel Samurai. Order! 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 So the Steel Samurai in this photograph. You're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jackhammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jackhammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Powers' foot injury. But wait! Hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio 1 already? That's what everyone thought. But remember that Miss Oldbag said, what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony? On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? No. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio 1, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know.
I get it. I thought that Steel Samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops!
Huh? Me? What?
Actually, there was one piece of data I saved.
Data?
Yeah, a photo on my digital camera.
Bum, bum, bum. What? Show us, quick.
No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that.
Now.
Here, this is it.
Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like the proof, like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. It said 2, didn't it? Mia? What? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly. I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. Find the inconsistency in the photo. Boop.
Take that!
Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number? Ah, yes, well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? Ah! I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible. What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. I don't think it says is the gate. Here, I'm just gonna put it right on the line. Does that work? Is that close enough? Here at Studio 2. I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. Well, there's multiple issues here. There's, like, I mean, probably any of these will work. Because the trailer is there is a big issue. There's supposedly 4 people inside with a break around the time that he was murdered. There's also the fact that the path was blocked. That's a big issue. And the no filming is done there is a big issue. So I feel like this is a no wrong answer. I'll just say the trailer was there. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. The path to the trailer was blocked, so we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of this crime, Studio 2. And the kid who found his way through the woods. Order! The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Olbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2.
Objection!
This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Steal a Steel Samurai costume. Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, that'd be quite reaching, wouldn't it? Who would be doing that expecting to get murdered? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that Jack Hammer, that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. Actually, I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright. Now there's no surprise, I'm suddenly much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume.
Take that!
This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Well, at this point, testing Powers' blood doesn't seem like that would help any. I also don't see how examining Hammer's body would particularly help either, unless you could prove that he had taken sleeping pills. So I assume that's the best option. Fingerprint it. Welcome home! Okay, I did hear correctly. Okay. An idea. Very well. Let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle.
I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle. Empty bottle given to the judge. Well, that's gonna take a few days. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The Steel Samurai seen by Miss Olbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2, and those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth. You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well, court is adjourned. Whew, that was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seemed so confident. Huh, maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Oh, of course, we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right. Thanks. To be continued. Yes, we're gonna save. Okay. Man, we only have from 3-ish till the next day to figure out the killer. That's not much time. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Maya? So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Oh, no, that was him. Well, we've no time to waste. Okay. Tell her all the things. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh? Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP? WP, Powers, right. Okay. attention. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today, thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes, though there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Producer basket. Well, actually, let's talk about Hammer first. Excuse me. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yeah, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How can he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago? Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. Something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares to tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. You guys give me just 1 moment. I'll be right back real quick. Sorry for the wait, guys. Alrighty. I just wanted to go tell John about food I had for him. Key. Main gate. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think her guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Woo, she's alive. I don't think I said that in quite the accent I'd been doing for her, but anyways. About Mr. Hammer. Arrgh! I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh. She's really pissed this time. You listen to me, you whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Power's costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. Impossible. Or it's impossible. Can I ask you about Sal Manila, the director? Sal? He's soft. A pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. Oh, John, my bag. I forgot. Okay. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Go to the employee area first, I guess. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any other clues laying around. Yeah! No touching. Eek. Did we just get kicked? Oh, okay, not kicked out yet. Anyways. Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean. I almost had a heart attack. I guess I can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatic indeed. Ahem. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, testing solution on the plate changed color all right. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Safe plate added to the court record. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. Some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the Fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups? Bottles? Say, whatever happened to that, with that empty bottle? Oh, a bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim Jackhammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Well, add to the court record. Alrighty. Is there anything else really here to examine? Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai. What? No! I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too! What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez. That producer had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know, it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No! Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kid shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Let's talk about 5 years ago first, I guess. An accident? 5 years ago? Yes, in Studio 2. That trailer there was part of the film set. Could you tell us what happened? Sorry. I don't think I can. They really don't want us to talk about it. Why aren't they going to make kid shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? Including herself. It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. What, that?
Take that!
And this is? A fan collected all these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay. But what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Tell us what happened 5 years ago. Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Hammer? And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks, we'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Okay. I don't think we're... It kept mentioning, like, finding more clues, but I don't think we actually need to, like, physically find clues. I mean, that may be the case, but I think it's going to be mostly talking. Back to the main gate. What? You're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget about Hammer. Or forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Wow. I said Nick twice then. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols! Nichols? Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols, that assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Who whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. You claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? Proof. I'm sorry, Miss Oldback, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. I mean, which one do I do? Well, guess because it has his favorites. Here's my proof. What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used those pills on Powers?
Take that!
Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Oh, well, yes, so? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on that plate. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag. You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant to harm anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph? It's that broken one. I said that looked perfect for someone to get stabbed on. Whoa, wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor, and the man fell onto the flower box fence. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel like talking about it. I understand. 5-year-old photo added to the court record. We better be careful or the mafia might come for us. Studio 1 entrance. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him. Like the director? Or the producer? Okay, we can't go into Studio 1 anymore because we don't have the cards, I guess. Bum, bum, bum! Hey, Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello? H-E-L-L-O. No, I'm just kidding. Hello? H-E-L-L-O. She did spell it out. Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manella? If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer by yourselves. Oh dear. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. Miss Fay Blood speaks to me. I know it. Oh, did I say Miss? Wow. My Fay Blood. Oh dear. Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh dear. I mean, unless we present something... Well, we can make her mad with the photo, I bet. Are we taking them to court, too? She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well... Old bag. Old? She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. Right, anyway. Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. The huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind? Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. You're gonna die, Phoenix. No, I'm just kidding. You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh, I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But, you were the cause! You pressured him! And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me? What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? think. What would it be? What would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way! You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Humph. Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me, now. What? This is valuable evidence! Boys! We shouldn't have gotten in the trailer. Oh boy. I told you Phoenix was gonna die. Just kidding. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? Well, what? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Oh boy. Hold it right there! I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now. Oh, he's taking on all the boys, huh? Is he got backup? Humph. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow, then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Bum, bum, bum. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry, I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just I wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. First time, eh? Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. To be continued. Oh man, my throat's already killing me. I will try. Hopefully I can make it through the final day. Let's see. We have an ad coming up in the next 10 minutes. I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and tell it to run. So we can get the ad break out of the way before we start the next section. And I'm going to go make myself some hot tea and take a bio break during that time. So I apologize. It may take me longer than the ad break, but at least you won't be missing anything. So there's that. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a break. And I will try and be back as quick as I can so that we can at least finish, I assume, this episode then with the final day. Hopefully. So, I will BRB. See you guys back here. Alright. And my tea is steeping. Unfortunately, it's an herbal tea, so it takes a bit. Alright, back to the courtroom. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today, I will call upon people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay.
Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. The day of the murder. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Miss Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van in Studio 2? I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with that monkey's head toppling over. Van added to the court record. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it.
I can get. Alright. Day of the murder. So she says a little before noon. Hi, Ben. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. There should be a rehearsal afterwards. We went to Studio 1. Yes, Ben. Come on. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4 and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think. Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. Fatigued. See if I can hit the bumper when he's taking me from having my hand on. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? We already discussed that. It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh right. Maybe there'd be something else. At 2:30, we, yeah, okay, so the break. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. And then he does it. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. It was a 15-minute break. That's all she says.
Hold it!
Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. I had some evidence that that proves she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything? I kind of wish you'd said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said, somewhere. Wait, did I get to the end? That was the last thing.
Objection!
Your Honor, a statement. Oh, did I I put it on the wrong thing, didn't I? The wrong section. Contradicts. I mean, it still should have. Actually, there's also that. If the meeting ended at 4, though, then that would have been out of the way. Anything else that contradicts? Minus the fact that they were eating T-bone steaks much later than everybody else?
Objection!
The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. Sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. That's twice now. I'm making silly mistakes. I pressed everything. What am I not thinking about? Hargle blargle. Yoru, what's the answer? Mom's brain is having trouble. She's like, I don't know and I don't care. This is your problem, Mom. Yeah, it's like he was gonna get for a moment. I feel like the monkey head could have had a part to do with it. But I don't know where that would be presented. No. Pt4, so the monkey should have been gone. I already tried using the monkey head there, right? Brain. Hi, bud. I'm just gonna say kitty. Scratching the cat's chin now. He's like, no, don't think about that, Mom. Just scratch my chin. I don't know. Maybe I need to present the steak plate after all. I don't know. What you doing? What you doing, kitty cat? Don't sit on the keyboard. Wait. Your tail's on it, bud. Not on the keyboard. It's gonna wind up getting me another penalty trying to present something else.
Objection!
Okay. Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Oh, there weren't any bones on the plates there, were there? Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manila ate at a table outside the trailer. Yeah, there weren't any bones there. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare! I was not thinking about that. Tea, are you ready yet? Not as strong as it could be, but... Okay. That face. Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone, too. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? I'm picking on Manila. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order. Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous?
Objection!
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh, yes, the samurai spear. Yes? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use a heavy spear as a weapon? So I have a potential of a penalty here if I get this wrong. I've already shot myself in the foot. I mean, I think your cod's not going to be the right answer. And I don't know, it also seems like a bad answer. Which means she had help. I mean, she doesn't have all those dudes. I tried to back her up. I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Huh. You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. It could have just been planted after the fact. Meaning, the samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. I mean, it was broken. I think that's all I need to prove, is just that it was broken. Although you could be like, see? No, but I think this is the... I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the morning action scene run-through, but someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this? Through the chest. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? Would I make the claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well. Let us see this murder weapon, then. What does it say is... Does that count?
Take that!
Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order! Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is all this about? This all about, whatever. This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it. See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? What? Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of the argument, that Hammer died at the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer, all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? I bet she could move it. You'd be surprised. I bet she could do it. When people think their life depends on it, they can do amazing things. Okay, but that's not what I was going for. Mr. Wright, this is not an episode of That's Incredible. If you claim she did everything in 15 minutes, let me guess. Show me proof. Correct. Show me proof. How am I supposed to do that? I won't have you making unsubstantiated claims. Please don't dock me for that. Wait a second. How does he know what I'm thinking? Ha! I need only look at the cold sweat running down your face to know what you're thinking. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to reconsider your claim? Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? I mean, she had another way. Or she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands. For instance... Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume.
Objection!
Hold on, Wright? Don't forget, it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? I mean, she'd have a hard time moving a body all on her own and changing it on her own. So it's that or it's her lackeys. And either he knew the body was in the car or he didn't. Would he have technically been... Hi, bud. Yes. Okay, crawl on my lap. I think he would have to have been. Of course, Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume in the incinerator. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. leaving, bud? Already? Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. Humph. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? Yoru. Hey, Stinker Cat. I don't need you missing me all their stunned silence. Alright. So, what happens next? Don't question mark me. Don't you have anything to say? Are you trying to run away from Mom? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean T. Vasquez, so it was you. You killed Jack Hammer. Stunned silence all across the way. Cat? Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Yoru. No laying there. He's pulling up my Windows key now. What you doing today, boy? Just lay here. No, just lay here. Please. No, hey, no. Yoru. You can lay to the side, not in front of my keyboard. Why are you being such a stinker? Cat. Are you sure I did, Mr. Wright? We just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but, there's no proof. Yeah, it's really being a stinker. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. Urk, what do I do now? No further questions, Vasquez. Testify again? I'd like you to testify again. I'm hoping she slips up. Testify again? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers, a waste of time. Come so far only to fail. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Ms. Vasquez.
Objection!
Oh, Edgeworth? Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see. Very well.
Objection!
Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I am your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see what we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in Miss Vasquez repeating herself. What exactly do you want her to testify about? Well, yes, I don't know what the cat's doing, but he's doing something weird on the end of my desk. Acting like he's gonna jump off the knot and stuff. Indeed, verily, I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Humph. Nick. Why did Edgeworth? Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But, wasn't he the one who said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that? Edgeworth. Is he becoming good? Join the Wright and Cove Law Office. You can join us, Edgeworth. Does he join us? After finding the body. I was with Sal and Old Bag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police. Then Powers showed up. The security lady, Old Bag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. No, you lost the script. Then I went home. You lost the script. We don't still have that paper, do we? I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, Nick. We're close, real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right. After finding the body. No, we don't still have the paper. No! I was hoping that'd make it easy. She was Sal and Old Bag, but why did Old Bag go? What time was that? We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help. Oh, what did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. Boy? The witness will continue her testimony. We'll just annoy her to pieces. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm. You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around. You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez. Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, Without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting a location. No one noticed he was missing. Yikes. Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue.
Hold it!
What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry, I'm late. Then silence, dead silence. Silence. Hey, Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up.
Hold it!
I thought you said it was silent. Old bag, the security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going toward the studio. Right, the Steel Samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. A photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything I can use. Here I could use.
Hold it!
You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned. And I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us. Covered for you? Or covered it up for you? There must have been a lot writing on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning.
Hold it!
The script in your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder, after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? You would have taken it with you! Oh yeah, I guess. Very well, Miss Vasquez, please continue.
Objection!
He's helping us out here. Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. Bum, bum, bum. That's hilarious. They didn't even give us the option. Order! Mr. Edgeworth. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? Can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind.
Hold it!
How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal, the director. You have to find something to peg this on her. Here, where everything we've done until now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. Okay. So, what things do I have to present? We have that, and that, and that. I pressed everything, I think, didn't I? I pressed everything, so I need to present something. This may not work, but she said she went back to the trailer, but she'd been fatigued and had been driven there.
Objection!
This makes me sound like I got that wrong. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. Not exactly that, but yeah, okay. They aren't everything. Ah! What am I supposed to point out here? Not at all. Oh no, I have 2 more strikes left. We're so close to the end. Those don't seem useful. Those don't seem useful. Those don't. That's not helpful.
Objection!
You knew that Hammer was injured. Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will... Oh, yeah! Wow. How did I not even... I didn't even make that connection. I just pressed it to try it. I didn't even realize she said Hammer when it was should have been Powers. Brain. Brain is already gone. Hello. It was Will Powers. What? Oh, man. That was a major slip up. How did I not... Brain. Ah. Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he is pretending to be Mr. Powers. true. Yeah. Pretending. Once a person was injured in the run through them. Ow! My brain. Can I use? I'm bad with names as an excuse. One person was injured in the run through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. But that's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah! And when was he doing this? Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume. And went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Oh, my brain. I should have caught on to that much sooner. Order! Order! I will have order. Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Irk. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? You probably thought it was Powers at first. Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? There is a reason it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had motive? I think we have to see it. Of course I can, but what is it? So she could have thought it was Powers and not Hammer, since he was in costume. Or it could have to do with the incident 5 years ago. But even if it was... Look at our evidence too. Okay, I have proof, and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. That's definitely the attorney badge. So I could do that if I was trying to argue that it was Powers. I don't have anything. It's a 5-year-old photo. I don't have anything to prove, like, the show ending and that being, like the Powers was arguing against it or something. So, I think that's our only choice or reason. This is my proof. Seems like it's working. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, The case currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Humph. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly. It was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. Was she defending herself? Because he was coming after her? Boom. That's my best guess. She had him under her finger. He wanted out. And out from the guilt and manipulation. That's why he disguises himself. Maybe to catch her off guard. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Your Honor. Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Power with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the steel samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers, which is unfortunate because that does also mean he was trying to pin it on Powers too. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Whoops. She broke her pipe, that is. So you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What? What happened here? Manuel fell from Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No! How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No! Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No! Please don't die. Please. Gee, were they a thing? Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again. Well then. Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. Man, we're pushing it close to trying to end before an ad break again. Hopefully we can finish. That is all. This court is adjourned. I guess we'll see how long it takes us to get through the final talking bits. Hopefully I have enough snoozes. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez. But to think that he tried to frame me for the murder? It makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Think I have evidence. Unless it's just because he was a hero. But then do I show, like... Because I feel like if it's just to prove that he's a hero, you could show him the book. Does that make sense? Show him the book? I think so. Okay. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... you the good guy. You look like the good guy. It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kid's show. I got the official 5-minute notification. Snooze. But he was reduced to acting in kids shows, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him anytime. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP! Oh! Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Ooh, bad news, dude. Is something wrong? No, of course not! Ah! Nick! Edgeworth! What are you doing over here, mister? Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? He said things. That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Scripted. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Did they go to law school together? Well, no. He hasn't been out long, though. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix, Wright? Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. You want to join the good guys, Edgeworth? Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? I'm getting into this now. And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kid shows again. They're doing the Pink Princess.
Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You're going to watch it with me, right?
I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it.
You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant.
Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? Wait, what?
I wonder if they'll show his real face this time.
I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. He's playing the lead in Pink Princess? And they're holding off on telling us about Edgeworth, it seems. A brand new episode has been added. Look, it looks like we get to hang out with Edgeworth again. Save. Yes. Alrighty. We finished another episode. So next time we can start episode 4.